How to make an extra $2,000 to $3,000 per month with freelance writing. This video is a mini course by itself in which I will show you where to find these writing gigs that can earn you an extra $2,000 to $3,000 per month. And then I'm going to go into some detail about how to exceed that. Okay, so basically it all boils down to two things. It's a numbers game in terms of the amount of gigs that you apply for, and also a knowledge game in which it's just, you just require basic knowledge of where to find these gigs that are going to, earn you enough money to make $2,000 to $3,000 per month. And we're gonna stop if you're already writing and being paid as low as $10 to $15 for a 500 or 1,000 word article. We're gonna stop that, okay? Because people who are paying you that low are taking advantage of your labor. Okay, we're gonna stop dealing with people who are penny pinchers, people who do not want to pay you for what you're worth, people who do not appreciate the value of good content. Okay, we're gonna stop dealing with that, and we're gonna deal with writing gigs that pay at least $100 and up. Okay, so as I mentioned, I got to the slide too late. It's all about where to find the paying gigs. Okay, so here are the best resources that have worked for me. There's even more resources out there, but I'm just going to show you what I've used. So ProBlogger.com, AdHunter.com, Search.Twitter.com, WritersWeekly.com, WorldWideFreelance.com, BloggingPro.com, JournalismJobs.com, LinkedIn, Media Bistro, and FreelanceWriting.com. And most of these websites are straightforward, but I'm just going to show you how to use them and where to find the writing gigs that you'd ideally look for. All right, so I'm just going to quickly go through all the websites that I mentioned. So right now we're on writersweekly.com, and you would just simply scroll down to where it says markets and jobs, paying markets. So, I mean, not everything you see here is going to be paying over $100 per project, per article, per assignment, but you just got to sift through it and pick the ones that appeal to you. Some of them pay less than $100, but you can ignore those ones and just focus on the ones that pay more than $100. This one's pretty good. Westchester Magazine pays $75 for a minimum of 150 words, up to $1,000, up to for a maximum of 4,000 words. Okay, scrolling down, seeing what else is appealing. Okay, freelance blogger, content marketer pays $70K per year. Freelance copywriter for a digital PR ad agency pays $500 to $1,500 every 2 weeks. So that's pretty much Writers Weekly in a nutshell. Pretty straightforward. So the next one is worldwidefreelance.com. So they have 2,500 writers markets. So you just simply click on more. And this is very low cost, $1.59 per month to have access to all 2,500. But even if you just do the free access where you're limited to 500 writing markets, you can still find some pretty good, decent stuff. So let's search only for high paying and see what it brings up. Okay, so that's pretty much what they've have. Let's take a look at en route, because I fly a lot with Air Canada. I'm familiar with their magazine, and let's see what this is paying. Okay, so this is paying $1 Canadian per word. Okay, and I know their articles, range from 1 to 1,500 words. Sorry, 1,000 to 1,500 words. So you could make $1,000 to $1,500, $1,000 to $1,500 for one article. 1,000 to 1,500 Canadian dollars, which is not bad. All right, moving on to bloggingpro.com. Okay, it's very straightforward. You just look at the jobs and apply for what appeals to you. journalismjobs.com. So I'm going to enter freelance writer here and see what it brings up. Okay, and this is pretty much, it looks interesting. $30 per hour, freelance video content reviewers wanted. And you want to play around with the search terms. You would write freelance writer or remote writer or content writer. Just play around with different search terms to see what gigs you can find. So here on linkedin.com/jobs, search freelance writer and under United States, and this is what it came up with. So it's a decent amount of results. Pretty straightforward there. Media Bistro doesn't have as much jobs here, but it's still a resource that I would check in with from time to time. So I've used the keyword freelance writer. Pretty much 4 results, about a few days old, and then I got a few that are about a week old. The next is freelancewriting.com. So just click on jobs. And then you can click on online writing, paid writing gigs, all these different options here. Okay, so Tech Times, PIAA, all these different types of opportunities that they have here. So you just got to keep on sifting through and picking out what appeals to you. Primarily focus on the writing gigs that tell you right from the get-go what you're going to be paid. Some do not tell you what you're going to be paid, and you find out after you apply. I wouldn't say those are 100% waste of time, but I would focus primarily on the ones that tell you directly what you're being paid, and then you can go back and reply to the other ones that seem interesting, but you don't know what it's going to pay yet. Here's a bonus one that I'm going to add. Write this down. Profgigs.com, profgigs.com. This is actually a paid website. I believe it's something minimal, like $20 a month or something, but you could still access some of the free stuff here. And it'll show you some writing gigs. It won't go as in depth as had you paid for a subscription, but you'll find a few writing gigs here. Okay, so this is something that we wouldn't really go for. $35 for how-to articles. We want stuff that pays at least $100. So looking for article writers pays up to $175 per article. Financial news segment Money Talks is looking for article writers, pays up to $50 per word. Some financial companies, they have a lot of money to pay writers. So, financial news, financial content is very profitable. This might be a typo. I don't know. I've never seen $50 per word, but I do see a lot of financial content gigs that pay very, very well. Texas-based healthcare magazine Cure is looking for article writers, pays up to $1 per word. Okay, so you write $1,000 word article, and that's $1,000 right there. Popular Canadian magazine pays up to $250. All right, so you just got to keep on sifting and looking through the opportunities. Problogger.com, very popular website. So we would just go to jobs here. And then once again, you just got to pretty much scroll through and apply to what appeals to you. Focusing primarily on the jobs that tell you what you're going to be paid right from the beginning. Adhunter.com is another resource. You will find, I'll be honest, you will find a lot of garbage on here in terms of like gigs that pay you like really low, like $10, $15. But every now and then you will find some gems, some really good paying work. It's just, you just got to be willing to set aside some time to sift through everything. So basically what Adhunter does is it searches all the different local Craigslist sites at once. So it'll search Craigslist LA, Craigslist New York, Craigslist Toronto, all around the world, for the keywords that you've searched for, instead of having to individually go to each Craigslist city site. It'll bring up all that information for you in one search term. So let's search for freelance writer. So we're going to search all of Craigslist. And then we're going to sort ads by most recent. And this is what it'll show you. Okay? And I'd pretty much go through everything, all the pages here, okay, until you're done. It might take you all that in order to find, one or two decent gigs. As I mentioned, you'll find some stuff that doesn't pay very well, but every now and then, you'll find some well-paying work. I've been able to find some good paying stuff here with Ad Hunter. Finally, we're going to go to search.twitter.com. So when you're doing this, don't search. Don't put www. Just put search.twitter.com. All right, and essentially you're just gonna put in whatever search term you're looking for. You pretty much, it's important to play around with different search terms, because different search terms are going to yield different results. So let's try, for example, copywriter needed. Let's see what that. Freelance copywriter needed for brochure digital concepts. Okay, so either when you see something like this, you would either, reply with your email address, something like that, with your email address and or website. Or you can just click on their Twitter profile and see if you can get more information. They might have a link to their blog, and on their blog they'll have a link to their contact information. On their Twitter profile they might have their phone number and email address, so that you can contact them directly regarding this opportunity. Okay, some of them, some of what you find won't be so serious, and you'll also find a lot of writers saying that they're available for work. So you just gotta, once again, sift through stuff. Copywriter needed for healthcare, freelance society jobs. This is a direct link to an opportunity. Copywriter needed for ads. We are a solar company looking to generate some potential promotional material. Okay. Needed one innovative go-getter for PR account executive, but it does not say copywriter here. Senior English copywriter needed for DOA multinational ad agency, great package. Email me at blah, blah, blah. See? So that's pretty much how it works. Pretty straightforward. Like I said, play around with different search terms. So let's check out need copywriter. Let's see if that brings out anything. I need a freelance native English marketing copywriter for a project ASAP. Anyone know anyone? I have a brief to share via email. Okay, so that's very straightforward. This guy seems like he really needs a copywriter, like right away. Article writer, let's try article writer needed. Okay, this is the kind of work we're trying to avoid. $5 per article. No, thank you. Blog post writer needed right now. I want someone who can write the blog post for my client. Okay, so haven't found much with that search term, but you pretty much get how it works. So basically, the rhythm to doing this is you want to be applying, going on all these different sites every single day, going through all the different gigs that are available until you consistently, applying for as many as possible until you're consistently making 2 to 3 grand per month. So once you've gotten to the groove of things and consistently you're earning 2 to 3 grand per month with your work, I wouldn't stop looking for new gigs. I just wouldn't do it as frequently. Maybe, you might want to look for new gigs every week or every couple of weeks, because you never know. Sometimes a project can fall through, or the project manager will have a new direction with the project and they don't need you anymore, or you know, they're under budget. Anything can happen. So you always want to have new work down the pipeline, new opportunities, just in case, something falls through. So it's always good to have at least 3 different people that you're working with. The more, the better. But also at the same time, you don't want to spread yourself thin. Say if you're just working with 2 people, they're each paying you, I don't know, they're each giving you $1,000 per month worth of work. If one of them falls through and they decide not to work with you for whatever reason, that's half of your income just gone, just like that. So always have various people to work with.